To the Reliables, a live stream series here on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment channel on Twitch, brought to you in partnership with Pinnacle Entertainment Group, the makers of the Savage Worlds game system. I'm your host and GM, James Durham. The Reliables is an interactive Savage Worlds tabletop RPG show where you, our audience, have a direct impact on the story and the events on the show. Speaking of the store, why don't I walk you through some of the really cool stuff we have in there for you this week that you can use to not only affect this game, but show your support for our channel, for our wonderful staff and our cast and crew and all the great people associated with it. We've got at the basic level, you could do a shout out. It's just $5 and you can give some advice, tell a bad joke, give some commentary on what's going on, maybe even just wish somebody a birthday message if it's their birthday. It is your way to become immortalized in the episode. We've also got a Benny saved is a Benny earned. If you want to purchase a Benny for one of our characters to use during the show, Bennies are the major currency of Savage Worlds. They're what keep you alive when you're being shot or stabbed or thrown off of a building, or allow you to re-roll some dice rolls that maybe you really, really need to succeed at, or even try and get a better card when it comes to initiative being dealt out. There's the opposite end of that. You can jam up the works and you can give me a Benny that I can use for the same thing for all the bad guys and antagonists they might come against. Speaking of cards, there's Draw It Out, which we use, the initiative cards here. They can draw an extra card with Draw It Out and choose the best result. Any one player can use that when they do that. We've also got, Flash Dance, when you just want to make us dance like puppets on strings for you.
Flash Dance.
We will dance at your command. It's all entirely up to you. We've got story time. You want to hear a backstory from a certain character, maybe the pilot, maybe the avatar. Who knows? You get to pick out your character and hear a backstory from them. We've also got in that similar type, one of my personal favorites, one of the new ones, a reliable source where we kind of pause the action in progress and cut to one individual who gives us a reality show style confessional about what's going on or how they feel or the episode. It's just that sort of like almost outtake moment that they get. The absolute best thing of all, we've got the rule of cool, which, physics be damned. You can basically do almost anything within a rule of cool. And then chat gets to vote on which one of those things happen. We've also got, because we're in with avatars in the episode, we've got System Shock, though I'm not seeing it in the store, and Personality Disorder that I'm also not seeing in the store at the moment, but they both should be in there, and I'm sure they'll be back in there momentarily. They allow you to affect where our players are on the pilot and avatar slider. With Personality Disorder, you can push them in any direction you want to. And with System Shock, I get to just drop that down and we randomly determine where they are on that slider. And it's going to be pretty fun with that one. So, hey, now that I've told you about the store, why don't I tell you about the people that I have on my show here? We've got Bryce Bebop playing Vector Reigns, space hero, war veteran, and Holovid star. Brash, cocky, daring, Vector believes that he, in fact, should be leading this team. Sean Franklin is John Stone, cyborg, badass, teamed leader, and renowned hero across the dimensions. It's up to John to forge these misfits into an effective team. Xander Layden is Paul, nearly 9 feet of rock-like material containing perhaps one of the most brilliant minds to ever exist. Paul's insatiable curiosity drives them to seek out and explore mysteries across all of the dimensions. Helen Roundhill is Princess Hedgehog, the last remaining goblin from their dimension. Princess Hedgehog is a powerful practitioner of magic who greatly misses being the center of all the attention of their adoring fans. Together, they are the Reliables, traveling through time and dimensions to make the universe a better place, one mistake at a time. Before we get started, let's talk about the game system that we use on the show. Savage Worlds! That's right. Savage Worlds, like many tabletop RPGs, uses dice. That's right. And the better a character is at a skill or attribute, the higher the die that they have to roll on that skill or attribute. And almost everything can be completed with just getting a 4 as a basic success. Just a 4. That's all that's needed most of the time. And when you beat that number by more than 4, like say getting an 8, getting that extra 4 points in, those extra 4 points are called a raise. And more raises generally means that the skill or attribute check is vastly more effective. In addition, almost every die roll in Savage Worlds can ace. This means when it rolls the highest possible number, that we roll again and add onto it, potentially triggering another ace. Initiative in Savage Worlds is determined with a deck of cards. We deal these out, and higher cards, higher suits, and face cards and the like will go first, while the lower cards go last. If you happen to get a Joker, not only do you get to interrupt anybody's action in progress at any time, you also have a +2 bonus to everything that you do during the turn. In this episode, we're also going to be using avatars. What is an avatar? Well, an avatar is a being of significance who shares the body with the mind and soul of the pilot character, in this case, our heroes. The reliables. Well, within the avatar, the two personalities both exist and often control changes. This is indicated by a slider, which you'll see on the screen. The slider has 3 positions. Avatar, indicating that the avatar personality is in control. Pilot, indicating that the pilot personality is in control. And center, where the 2 personalities are mixed. Where a character is on the slider also determines which character sheet they use for their attribute and die rolls, and what special abilities they can use. Our heroes can use their bennies to move themselves on the slider, as can our audience using the personality disorder store item, and of course, system shocks, which are always really, really fun. Last season, on the Reliables, our heroes encountered a group of dimension-hopping raiders calling themselves the Galvanic Collective. These energy-based life forms travel across dimensions, taking possession of the bodies of beings there in order to take precious resources of unknown types and for unknown reasons. The consequences of their actions, however, are often catastrophic. Under orders of the Council, the Reliables have set out to stop the Galvanic Collective's operations and learn more about this new threat. Just recently, members of the team were able to prevent one of their raids in Dimension 01776, saving the lives of millions of people there. While they were occupied with that incredibly important mission, John Stone and Paul set out to build a sensor array into the Reliance in order to detect the Galvanic Collective's incursions into other dimensions and stop them in their trap. In addition, a new crew member joined them on board, the alcoholic transforming robotic stagecoach Reese, who was somehow ripped from home dimension to join the team in their struggle against agents of the Galvanic Collective. And so we find ourselves on board the Reliance, where Vector Reigns and Princess Hedgehog are regaling John Stone and Paul with details from their latest adventure.
Oh my gosh, there was a rap battle, guys. Like, we had to rap, and then there was like I don't know, 20 foot, 40 foot, 50 foot. I don't know how feet work. This is not where I'm from, but it was a John Hancock, so there was just cock flying everywhere. It was so cool, and I could shoot fire. Sorry.
It was amazing.
I was very excited.
Okay. Just to make sure that's in the report, right? Once this is all said and done, we'll sort of details later and figure out what's what, okay? But at least you came back in one piece to accomplish the mission, yeah?
So they called it Megacock. Do we write that down? Or Large John Hancock?
Oh, no, Megacock is very important. No, Megacock, come on.
Okay, Megacock.
Vector, not the most
It was
important.
important.
Not the most important detail, Vector, really.
He saved our lives.
Are you sure?
It was Jonamox.
Like, it was
Hancock.
just impossible to ignore. It was just right there.
It was in your
Just
face.
standing up, all proud in the middle of everything.
I think we did the
Paul?
mission, though. I think we succeeded. We
Fascinating.
stopped them from... What were we supposed to be doing?
What were they doing? I'm not
What were
sure.
they
Everything
doing?
got destroyed in my brain when we saw a megacock. Like, what am I supposed to think after that? I think it was something about like prolonging the war, maybe, so that
They could dig.
yeah,
Yeah.
prolonging the war so that they could get some sort of thing. I don't know, an essence, mine something off of the planet.
Yeah, they were digging for gold.
I have
Seems
a lot
about
of
right to me.
questions about the megacock, but before we get to that, are rap battles the primary method of combat on that system?
They
Am I
must be
going to have to-
because
Ooh, I lost sound.
we were infused with the sickest of fire beats, and it came out of us like a torrent of hot fire.
That sounds very ill. Sick, nasty, even.
Quite.
Good, Paul. Anyway, on to more pressing matters. Paul and I have been working on a machine that's going to help us track the Galvanic Collective so we can probably get a good beat on what they're going to do next,
Okay.
where they're going to show up next. They have a special signature that they leave whenever they enter a dimension and they go, and it's almost like exhaust from a car.
Like they're John
We're able
Hancock.
to kind of.
It's like a John Hancock, yeah. But in space.
And not Meg.
Sure. Well, it's big enough that we can track it wherever they go. We get a glimpse of it, we get an idea of what they are, and maybe there's some kind of pattern as to their jumps and their arrivals. So we'll have more data as we go along.
Okay.
Speaking of, that new sensor array has just alerted you to another incursion by the Galvanic Collective. Once more, it seems that they have targeted a restricted dimension, meaning that enemy response must be made using metapods rather than risk contact or discovery by the natives of that dimension. Duty calls, but where will it take you to this time?
I want fire powers this time.
Right, okay. Well, this time, Paul and I are going to go with you. We don't want any weirdness going on. We don't want any mega, well, you know, none of that stuff going on. So we're going to keep things on track. Nothing getting burned down, hopefully. So it'll be the four of us, all right?
What was that, Princess? You're distant. It's almost like I can't hear you.
I
I
maybe
also can't hear you.
I hear earwax buildup is common in carbon-based life forms. I mean,
Do you get
Maybe.
pebbles in your ear? Or like a quartz growth?
So if you could see in the right spectrums, you might notice something resembling a blush coming up on my skin, but that's going to be kind of difficult. That's a sensitive topic. I mind if I change the subject?
It's all right. Vector, come on. The personal
Any joy?
comments, let's not. all
I
right?
apologize. You brought up my ear things, and I figured it was quid pro quo.
True, yes. Is earwax a sensitive human topic?
For some.
Because quartz growths are pretty, it's a persona non grata. I mean, you don't even want to know
No.
anything about that.
I
Trust
apologize,
me.
and I will never mention quartz to
Wait,
you again.
you have quartz? You have quartz that grows out of your ear holes? Can I look at it?
Inappropriate, princess!
No, Princess, we're not.
Oh,
doing
I'm
that.
so sorry. I'm so
No.
sorry. I just
God,
thought
what
I
kind
just
of-
I like rocks. I like rocks. I collect. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's,
can I?
well, I mean, for a magical
In private?
being, I mean, if the blushing is, oh my goodness, we should get in the pods soon.
Paul,
I'm
it's
gonna
okay.
start growing a lot of quartz in places. I gotta stop talking right now.
I will happily help you mine that quartz if it is bothering you so
Whoa,
much.
princess. Come on, all right?
No,
Let's
it
just all
sounded
get
like it
suited
was
up.
an issue. It sounded like it was uncomfortable. I just
It's
wanted
a
to be
private-
helpful.
It's a private thing, all right? Let it go.
Okay. I don't.
We
Okay.
can talk about it when I don't have to deal with the consequences of, really, it's a very complex subject that I wouldn't be able to really explain properly to anyone, really, without it taking a very long time. So you'll just have to use your imaginations on that front, because it's very complex, and I just can't explain any of it.
Right. Hey.
Well, I'm
Jane?
not just anyone, so I'm happy to listen if you're ever willing to share.
Hey, GM. I
Yes.
faintly heard chat in the
Hashtag
background.
draw when you need. Love the stories.
Oh.
Now I kind of heard it. Okay.
There it
I
is.
heard them there.
If
Yeah,
John
I think-
Thrones Rainbows is bad, perhaps he can get that cyber upgraded. Hashtag shout.
Thank you, chat.
Thanks,
It was
Chad.
some.
Hashtag zap.
Thank you. Thank you
Is this-
so much.
There's something about me, but I didn't hear the whole thing.
There was something about upgrading you, it sounded like.
Uh-oh.
It's very nice. Thank you, chat, very much for the contributions.
All right.
It is good to hear from you all.
Goodness me.
Well, now that the quartz talk is over.
Yeah, if we're done talking about Paul's personal matters, Princess, can we get ready for the next mission?
Rude.
I suppose. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that rocks were such a sensitive. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna let it go.
It's
Eventually.
fine. I mean, it would take me a while to get into the intricacies. We've got a mission to do, right?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right, to the pods, everybody.
Okay.
All right, you climb into, for some of you, or attached to different metapods, including a custom-built one just for Paul. And the white light surrounds you, and you find yourselves... Welcome to Gulf Haven, Alabama. Population 16,340. It is mid-July in 1985, and summer vacation is in full swing. But this year, things are different. After the bloodless corpse of a missing teenager was found at the amusement pier, the county closed it down. Then there were the disappearances. The paper says they just ran away, but there were rumors of something far worse. People have started to lock their doors at night, and kids are expected to be home when the street lights come on. But not everyone sees this as a dark cloud. For the adventurous and free-spirited, it's an opportunity, a time to find their place in the world. Or so the members of the Monster Hunters Club believe. And let's meet them, shall we? Chuck Kinney is the avatar of Vector Rings. The 11-year-old daredevil has been to the emergency room 9 times in his life as a result of his preposterous stunts, and treats every visit like a badge of honor. Chuck is fearless, if a bit foolish. Chuck's best friend is the big kid, Larry Walker, the avatar of John Stone. But don't let the muscles and near adult size fool you. Larry is as gentle as they come, quiet, calm, and kind. Larry is always there to help a friend, even if he doesn't understand or agree with them. That skinny kid with the glasses and the armful of books, that's Gabe Jennings, the avatar of Paul. His parents had the tree fort built that the Monster Hunters Club uses as their base of operations. Gabe just loves taking things apart, and even occasionally putting them back together. And there, that oddly dressed one standing by Gabe, that's Glenn Ordaham, the avatar of Princess Hedgehog. Until the Monster Hunters Club, Gabe was Glenn's only friend. Most people, teachers and parents included, just think something is a little off with Glenn. But that's because it's 1985 and nobody knows what ADHD is yet. The four of them are the Monster Hunters Club, determined to unravel the mysteries of Gulf Haven, whether it be monsters, aliens, Russian spies, vampires, pirate zombies, it doesn't matter. They're here to figure it out. They're in that magical space of time when they're old enough to get out into the world, but young enough not yet to be burdened by the responsibilities of it. But today is not going so well. The bully, Chet Paxton, and his cronies, bored junior high schoolers, have cornered the monster hunters at the fenced-off amusement pier, forced to abandon their precious bikes and scale the fence. They've got no escape route. For now, they've been able to stay hidden in the old funhouse, but it won't be long before Chet and his friends find them. And even if they run, Chet, that devious little jerk, has left a few of his little troublemaking buddies behind to guard the bikes and prevent their escape. It looks like the monster hunters are in serious trouble, more so if they get caught. If their parents find out that they've been at the amusement pier, they'll be grounded for the rest of the summer for sure. It's the proverbial rock in a hard place. What's a monster hunter to do? Let's do a system shock and find out where we are on these sliders, shall we? I'm going to start with Chuck Kenny and Vector Reigns up there on the top, and we're going to just go ahead and drop you into full avatar. Chuck is in the driver's seat today. Going up there to John Stone and Larry Walker. We're going to keep you also in full avatar. Looks like Larry has got the driver's seat. Down there for Glenn and Princess Hedgehog. We're going to keep you right there in the middle, a little mix of them both. And then there at the end for Paul and Gabe Jennings. We're going to go ahead and put you also into full avatar. Gabe is in the driver's seat for now. The funhouse is a little bit dirty, and they never really maintained it all that well, but it's not exactly a decrepit place. I mean, they've only had the amusement pier closed down for a month or so, just almost all of summer. It's really put a dampener on doing all the cool things. None of the games, can't ride the roller coaster or the Ferris wheel. I mean, they even closed off the little penny arcade they had down here. You've been really missing out. If you get caught out here, your parents are just going to be so mad. But what are you going to do? I mean, that's Chet Paxton out there and all of his big kid friends. They'll just pound you into the dirt if they catch you.
I don't want to leave my bike. I don't want to leave my bike, guys. I just got a green one, finally.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into that bike. Got the turbo booster and all, and I mean, I think we could take them. I think if we just turn right back and scale.
Can I have a turbo booster?
I know we could take them.
I mean, it took me a little while to build.
Yeah,
I mean, I could take a look at your bike. Yeah. I just got to attack it like a lot of springs, and you got to wind it for a while. But if you press the button, you can just really go. It's pretty great.
What if we let him in here? And
yeah.
That's what I got.
That's
what
so
if we
cool.
let him in
You'll
here?
have to show me how to make that sometime.
Oh yeah, no. We can do it later.
Right. Let him in here, and I have to bail you guys out again.
I mean,
okay?
I think you could take him. I mean,
if you guys are forgetting, I'm the only one that can actually fight anybody. Okay. I mean, 2-time Pee Wee All-City Judo champ. Okay, me, not you guys. I can't take on all of Chet's guys by myself.
You wouldn't be alone.
We could
I can help you.
I took a wilderness survival class. I can do something, I'm sure. Like, how different is a Chet than a bear?
I mean,
Okay, first of all, you never even faced a bear.
I can't really take on a bear. That was a bad. No, well, I know, but you're supposed to play dead, which I can do. I can
yeah.
do that. No, okay, it's a bad idea.
Playing
It's a
dead
bad
isn't gonna
idea.
work
We
against
play dead, they
Chet.
take our bikes. We lose our
Hey,
bikes.
James, are there any like carnival games or anything around? Like, can I? find-
Unfortunately, most of the stuff has been closed down and they put little boards in front of it. You have managed to make yourselves hidden inside the fun house for now, but Chet Paxton and his buddies are out there looking around, and if you walk out, they'll be sure to see you.
Man, if I had some of those ski balls, I bet I felt them real good in the head.
That's a pretty good plan. I think.
Oh, are we going to scavenge?
Yeah, I think it might be helpful for scavenging if we could move without being seen too easily. I wonder if I could build some sort of like a cardboard box with some camouflage, things that look like detritus from the amusement park, like attached to it. So if you move, you stay still, you just look like you're a rider, or like a pony that you ride on, or something like that. Is that anything?
There's no way you
Man.
can do that, man.
I wish we had a refrigerator box. They put me in a refrigerator box at school sometimes. We can't get that one, though. We can get it. No.
I'm gonna go distract him. You guys get my bike.
Okay.
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
what do we do with it once we have it?
I don't. Meet me back at the clubhouse.
Wait, how are you
That's
gonna
a long
distract them?
ways.
Wait, no! No,
Long
you need
way-
to come
okay,
with
well-
us.
We gotta do something. We can't just hang out here, guys.
okay.
Well, what
Fine,
do we
let's,
have around?
I guess we just leave the bikes.
No,
We
we are not leaving
have-
our bikes, okay? If I come home without my bike again, I'm
Sorry.
grounded for sure.
I mean, okay, a distraction seems like a good idea, but I don't know if we should sacrifice Chuck to
I'm
Chet.
really fast.
I mean, that's
They
not-
can't catch me.
You're fast on your bike. You're not on your bike.
I'm really fast running too. I outrun you all the time.
okay.
Listen, are we gonna sit here and be scaredy cats, or are we gonna go?
Hey, I'm not
I guess
scared,
we're gonna
all right?
go.
I just don't want to leave you guys to get pounded by Chet and his friends.
So then you protect them, and I'll lead them off.
I mean, if you feel good about this plan, I mean, I'm sure we could find ways of augmenting it, making it a little better, like tactics. You know, I read a little bit about tactics. I think we could do some tactics.
Gabe, you're the smartest kid I know, and you still say dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Tactics, like Sun Tzu. Am I pronouncing that right? Knowing your enemy, knowing yourself. Something.
I don't know what that means.
I think that we I don't know. I just have this voice in my head that says that we should all probably stay together and that we should all probably go into the fun house. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
if
it's not
our
a bad plan, I think.
Fun house.
Look, it's not the first time I've been accused of having voices in my head. I think we should go. I think we should go into the fun house.
I mean,
Fun
guess.
house
so
doesn't
you,
have a lot of distractions in it.
yeah, you never split the party, right? I mean, you never split the party. You gotta
Yeah.
go as a unit, right?
What? You're talking about that
Okay.
Dungeons game again, aren't you?
I think you would really
Yeah,
enjoy
it's not
it. I
a
mean,
dumb
it's-
game.
I didn't
Yeah,
say
you,
it was
you get to
dumb,
play
I
a
just said it was
character. You
Dungeons.
roll dice. It's pretty great. You use your imagination. You know?
Or I could just go ride a bike, and that's way better.
I think Glenn has a pretty good idea. Like I saw this one show when my parents were watching and I wasn't supposed to be because I was supposed to be asleep. But
Three's
like
Company?
this bad guy chased the cops into a fun house and they hid amongst the mirrors. And the guy kept thinking all the mirrors were the good guys, but they really weren't. And so maybe Glenn's got a point. Maybe we could go in the fun house and hide among the mirrors.
Like an Enter the Dragon kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like this even better. Yeah. We don't split the party. We go in.
I think we should.
We use the mirrors.
Okay, let's do it.
And perfect timing because rounding the corner is Chet Paxton and his friends. Just as you dash inside the funhouse, you can hear their footsteps running across the pavement towards the building. Getting inside, there is all the little slides and the ladders, and then into the hall of all of the mirrors. But there's no light in here because the power's off here at the amusement pier. And it's a little bit of a spookier place with no power on and none of the goofy colored lights and noises being made. It's almost scary.
Hello?
Shh.
Chet's gonna hear you.
Don't yell.
What?
Jeez,
Oh, I'm
Glenn.
sorry. I just wanted to look. It's dumb, but I wanted to know if, like, you know, in mirrors, how your image reflects off of them. I kind of wanted to know if sound would echo off of them as well. Like, obviously it didn't, and I don't know why I thought that it
All
would,
right,
but I thought
shut
that I would
up.
try. Okay.
Well, I
okay,
mean-
fine.
Down, Glenn. It's okay.
I mean, the sound does reflect off the mirrors. I mean, I think you're right on about that. I don't know if it'd be better than any
Yeah,
other
so there.
surface. Yeah.
But is now, you know what? I'm gonna pull out my slingshot.
We have to stay
Oh.
close to each other so we don't get confused by the mirrors.
I didn't hear the store, but I am seeing that both Paul and Vector got their sliders now moved into the middle by purchases of personality disorder from the store. So right into the middle for both Paul and Vector Reigns, having a little bit of pilot thrown into the mix now.
Okay.
And I need stealth checks from those people who are inside the funhouse to see if Chet Paxton and his buddies detect them. So let's go ahead and start up there with Vector Reigns / Chuck Kenny. Do you have a stealth skill you want to use from either of those sheets?
I do. It is a D6.
All right, if I can get a D6 -1 and the D6 wild die, because he's in the middle, we're going to use that, and it's not great. It's a 3, but that's still something there. You do have bennies you could spend if you want to.
Like a D6, like a D6.
You know, I will spend a Benny.
All right,
See how
one
this
Benny
goes.
spent to re-roll that and see if we can get a better result with those 6-sided dice. Not any better. Well, so it looks like the 3 is going to be the way that goes. But hey, it wasn't a critical failure.
They heard me.
Oh, let's see about Larry Walker over there and what kind of a stealth skill Larry's got.
A 4.
All right. If I can get a D4 and the D6 wild die for Larry Walker trying to be stealthy. Hey, we got ourselves a 4 there. A little bit better than Chuck, but not much. Still enough for a success there. And let's find out from Glenn and Princess Hedgehog whose stealth skill they want to use.
Oh, yeah. Princess Hedgehog has a 4 for stealth, so we're gonna go with Glenn, who somehow magically read a book on ninjas once and has a 6.
All right, a D6 and a D6 for Glenn on the stealth check. Hey, there's a 5. Even with being in the middle, dropping it down to a 4, that's still a success on a stealth check. That's gonna pass. And what about Gabe and Paul over there? Being in the middle, both sheets open to you.
So Gabe has a 4, and Paul, you know, I have a strong suspicion it's not any higher. I don't have Paul open right now, so I'm going to go with Gabe.
All right, the D4 and D6 for Gabe. We're both at a -1 because they're in the center on that slider, but it's still a chance there. That 4 aces. And, oh yeah, that 7 becomes a 6 with the -1 for being in the center. You are creeping through the halls of mirrors there, rounding one of the corners. Chuck in the front, because he likes to lead and always be first, slips and falls down the slide that's around the corner, not seeing it in the dark. And you hear the sound of him sliding down the metal. And then voices from outside. Is that Chet Paxton's voice? Sounds like they're coming. You're going to have to hurry now.
Chuck, you okay?
I'm fine. But I think Chet's coming.
Wow. Hey, Chet, he's such a wiener.
I hate that guy.
That was so funny.
Should I climb back up? Or are you guys going to come down?
Glenn, Glenn, stop laughing.
Oh my gosh. No, we could go down though. We could go down. I think we should go down there.
We can't leave him. We have to go down after him.
Well, I could try to climb.
That's what I'm saying. No. But it's super cool down there. We should go.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good
Yeah,
idea.
I'm just gonna dive down the slide.
And down the slide Glenn goes.
Glenn! Oh, gosh.
Sounds like footsteps are approaching.
Gabe, come
Jet
on.
and his friends are getting closer.
Yeah, we don't want to fight bullies here, right? Yeah, we should. I think I'm gonna go down there too. Yeah.
And
Let's go.
down the slide Gabe goes. Larry, you're on your own.
No, I already went.
Okay, Larry's down at the bottom of the slide too. All right, you've gotten to the bottom of the slide. Usually there's like this weird part in here that has all the little warped mirrors down at the bottom, but it looks like a bunch of them have been moved off to the side, and there's a hallway you haven't seen before, like one of those metal doors that the janitor uses at the school. That's kind of weird.
Go through the door.
Oh, totally.
It is kind of like at the school. It's like a maintenance closet. There's like cleaning supplies and tools, and there's an overtuned tool chest in the corner, in fact.
Hey, are there any
Okay,
janitors
but once
outfit
I
in
got
there?
super lost once, and okay, go on.
You don't see any janitor's outfits around, but there
Oh.
sure is some interesting stuff in here. And what really draws your eye, you notice, Larry, right away by that old toolbox, there's like this carved wooden box that's over there. It's really fancy looking. It doesn't look like a toolbox or anything. It just, looks like one of those things you'd see in the antique shop or something.
Gabe, do you have a flashlight?
How old do you think that is?
Yeah. Let me get it. Yeah. I shine a little flashlight.
Oh yeah, it is an amazing, like, carved wooden box. Somebody put a lot of detail and time into it.
Whoa.
And there's like a little wooden catch
Oh
on the
gosh.
side to open it up.
Why would a janitor have a fancy
What do you think
box?
is in there?
Let's take it and
I don't know. Maybe he's like a chess nerd or something.
It's even got dirt on it. Like somebody dug it up from the ground or something. It's filthy.
How big is this box?
About 8 inches by 8 inches and 2 inches deep.
Can we take it with us?
Yeah, I just picked the box
We
up.
should take it with us.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid wood, but it's still not that heavy.
I got a box. Everybody got
don't know.
me a box.
No,
Oh
we
my
can
gosh,
take it
it's
back
not
to the.
ours.
I mean, squatters' rights.
It was left here. Come on.
Is that
Like,
anything?
obviously, it doesn't belong here. Because I've already forgotten that we're.
It sounds like there's footsteps up above in the hall of mirrors before you went down the slide. Is that Chet Paxton's voice you hear? I think they're down here. Come on.
Okay, just grab the box. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's get out quick.
There's another door here in this maintenance area. That's new to you too. You've never been in a little place like this. It could lead anywhere.
But before walking out, are there any brooms in there? In the?
Oh yeah, there is a broom, Larry. A solid, like a push broom.
Okay, I take the handle and I unscrew it from the push broom so I can have a weapon.
All right, you've got yourself a staff made from a broom handle. Classic.
Can we?
Is there like a chair or something I can wedge against the door?
Yeah.
In
that's
fact, there is a chair and a little end table and a stinky ashtray on top of that end table. Somebody smokes cigarettes in here.
Stinky ash.
Are there also what else is in the closet? Is there by chance a can of paint?
In fact, there is a can of paint in the closet. It's that ugly blue paint that they have on the outside of the funhouse.
Wow. And there's bound to be, I don't know, some rope or some twine around here somewhere.
Absolutely, there is.
All right. Hey, Gabe, maybe we can set a trap for Chet and his boys. What do you say, huh?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're implying with all of these objects and this situation. So I'm at a complete loss. I'm kidding. Yeah, this sounds great. I would like to do some Home Alone stuff here.
All right, I'm going to need a repair roll for that, my friend.
Okay.
Whose sheet do you want to use for repair?
I'm going to use Paul's sheets. Yeah. And that's going to be, oh yeah, a 10 plus 2.
All right, a D10 and a D6. It's only going to be plus 1 because you're in the center and you get that minus 1, but that still makes it a 6, which is a definite success as you rig up a paint can trap over the door into this maintenance closet. If Chet and his friends follow you in here, they're in for a blue surprise.
Good work, Gabe.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. Yeah.
But right now we're still in the closet, though.
Yeah, there is a door outside in this closet besides the one you came in, so you could try that one. It's outside.
So it's less like a closet and more like an antechamber.
Quick, we gotta get to the bikes.
I read that in a book once.
An what?
Okay.
And you are outside. And for now, you've at least escaped the clutches of Chet and his friends, but he did leave a few of those no-good buddies of his to guard your bikes in case you tried to escape. You're going to have to come up with some plan to get past them and get your bicycles while Chet's still in the funhouse. The clock is ticking.
Can I shoot something on like a far side away from them to like make them run towards it?
I don't know, can you?
How many of them are there?
Out.
There are 2 that he left behind, Larry. Only 2. But man, they're junior high schoolers. They're a lot bigger than, well, anybody but you.
I'm gonna look for a window or some cans or something that'll make a lot of racket, and I'm going to shoot them with my slingshot.
All right, I'm going to need a shooting test from you, Chuck, and you can use whichever sheet you want.
Nice. So that will be a D10.
All right, a D10 and a D6 with the -1 for being in the center.
But a +1 because I'm a marksman.
Oh, and that 10 aced and becomes a 15. Wow, what a great... You launch a stone from this slingshot of yours right into a set of trash cans just a little ways away from your bikes. Just far enough that draws their attention, and the 2 bullies rush over to the garbage cans, thinking that they might have caught themselves. Members of the Monster Hunters Club, to give them a beating. Now is your chance.
Run, everyone!
That was a cool shot, Chuck. That was so fresh.
Thanks, dog. Run!
And up and over the fence, you manage to get on your bicycles. But oh no, here comes Chet Paxton running from the funhouse towards the fence line. The 2 guys with him are covered in blue paint and look very, very mad.
You guys
And now the
go.
2 that you have distracted are rushing back towards their own bicycles. You've got a moment here to catch a lead and get away. But they're going to be on your tail soon.
I think disabling the bicycles would be a good move here. I want to cut the chain on one of them.
Try to throw a chain. I'm going to need another one of those repair rolls from you.
Yeah, 10 +1. Yeah, with the negative.
Right.
Yeah.
A D10 and a D6 +1. As Gabe does some quick thinking, and you manage to get the chain snapped right on one of the links on one of those bicycles.
Okay.
That's 1 pursuer that won't be chasing after you. But now you're running out of time. If you don't get on your bike and start pedaling, those first 2 will be back from those trash cans, and they're going to catch you.
Okay, I leave the other one. I don't got time. I'm moving to my bike.
All right.
But I have time.
Yes, Larry
I have
and
a
Glenn.
distinct feeling that I can make them slow down.
Oh. Do
Even
you?
though I'm not 100% certain where that comes from, but I'm going to use my force powers, which I'm absolutely certain that I have now because I was playing Star Wars the other day, and you know what? I feel like I probably could. I have
Glenn!
studied the way of the force for all of
Glenn!
3. Yes, what?
Stop being a dork, Glenn.
Glenn, use the force.
Oh my god!
Jeez, this isn't time for that.
No, I'm going to use the force. I'm going to use the force. I can do this. I can do this. I promise
my
you. I'm going to slow them down.
I think you can do it, Glenn. Yeah,
Glenn, do it.
go for it. Use the force.
Thank you.
Let
Thank
go.
you. I'm going to.
So how are you accomplishing this, Glenn? Tell me about it.
She's so weird.
I'm going to use Princess Hedgehog's spellcasting to cast Sloth
Oh my!
so that they are significantly slowed down.
I didn't know. I'm in the center too now. Okay, I didn't see that happen. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not either. It must have been when I was not watching there, though. You're not hearing store, so everybody's a little bit centered. Oh, I could be wrong?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I don't even know.
It could be wrong. You might actually still be full avatar up there. I'm not sure. Yep, you are full avatar still. Sorry, there was a mistake on your slider there. You are still full avatar, John/Larry. Larry's still in the driver's seat. I'm going to need that spell casting roll from you, though. What do you have for spell casting there?
It's a 12.
All right, a D12 and a
It's a
D6. You get a -1 for being in the center, but you are getting to use both character sheets. And with a -1, that's a 5, which is still a success. And somehow, in the most astounding thing that you have ever seen, Larry, they actually slow down when she points her hands at them. Excuse me, when they point their hands at them. Glenn's hands seem to actually slow Chet Paxton and the bullies, granting you precious time to get on your bicycles and to rapidly pedal away as quickly
You're so
as
cool,
you can.
Glenn. That's why you're in the Monster Hunter Club.
Okay, Gabe. I told you she's weird.
I mean, I didn't expect that to happen, but I also
And then the whole time that we were pedaling away, I am shouting, "There is no try!"
And in no
I
time,
mean, I'm a little bit surprised.
you have left them behind. Chet Paxton and his blue bullies didn't even get a chance to get over the fence before you were out of sight.
Does that make me R2-D2?
Wait, who am I?
You're Han, right?
Nice.
I suppose I'm Lando.
Yeah,
You could be
probably.
Leia. No, you're Chewie. Come on.
You got the chewy hair.
Yeah, but you got the Chewie body.
Yeah, but I have the Lando face.
So Chet's
skin.
Darth Vader?
Yeah. We can just say he's a
Yeah.
stormtrooper. He's not really cool enough to be.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of, he's pretty lame.
He's kind of like Fett though. He just comes out of nowhere, really annoying, and then we put his ass in a pit.
Yeah.
Lando drinks
Yeah,
Colt
and he's
45
always
like my
hunting
dad.
us.
Yeah, yeah.
He could be fed.
I'm Han, so that's really what matters.
Anyway, let's
Yeah.
talk about the important stuff. Like, Glenn, how'd you do that?
I mean, it was the Force, right?
Yeah.
That couldn't have been
I
like
told
you.
I studied the way of the Force.
I mean, I always thought it was a real thing. I
Well,
mean,
why
it's-
not?
I never could do it. I mean,
mind
I've
over
tried.
matter,
I mean,
right?
everyone's
Right,
tried.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I've been having really vivid dreams lately. You know, that I am Luke. And I'm starting to think that maybe, you know, I have this energy that's running through me that says that I can I can do things.
I mean, your magic has always been kind of inexplicable. Yeah, it's the Force. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go with that.
Okay, if you're Luke, you'd have to make out with your own sister, and that's weird.
I mean, is that one out yet in 1980? Yeah, no, it is.
Do they exist here?
Shut up, Gabe.
Yeah.
Guys, are we going to go back to the clubhouse, or we got this cool box?
We gotta
definitely
check
have
out
to
the box.
For sure.
What?
We gotta check out the box, yeah.
So we
All
should go
right,
to the
you
clubhouse.
pedal your way across town, past some of the streets, and through the main part, past the library and the movie theater, and you get back to Gabe's house, where the Monster Hunters Club treehouse waits for you. The only treehouse in all of Gulfhaven that has an extension cord running electricity into it.
Yes.
What?
The coolest
That's
clubhouse
so cool.
in town.
Yeah.
Gabe,
Home sweet home.
Gabe, are you gonna get your own mailbox?
I mean, I think I have to pay for that.
Nah, we're gonna get like
guess.
Federal Express.
No, but like,
Oh, like
oh my
a
gosh,
like
that would
a
be so cool.
yeah. I mean, I could just put the numbers on it. I mean, I just have to find the highest number in the neighborhood and then just put one number ahead of that, I think, and then it'll be a legitimate mailbox if I understand how that works, right?
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I'm gonna build a
Maybe,
mailbox.
maybe, or it's just your. You should build a mailbox. That's so cool. What shape is
Yeah.
your mailbox going to be? Can it be like a spaceship, or like, oh, I don't know, like a submarine, or like a bear?
Yeah,
like
like a spaceship seems right somehow. Yeah, I
Glenn.
like the idea of a spaceship,
Glenn, chill. We have
That
this
is
box.
so cool. Yeah.
like a rocket.
Open the
Yeah.
box.
Yes, the box.
Oh my
with
gosh,
info
that's right,
cards
there's a box.
inside.
It's got some funny little wooden catch on it, and it's not budging when you're trying to open it, Chuck. It's got some weird little mechanism to it.
So, Gabe, can
mean-
you open this box?
I've got some tools. I'm sure I've got some sort of
Guys,
leverage machine, like a
Stand
crowbar or
back.
something.
Wait, no,
Don't- you're gonna
guys,
break it.
guys. I totally studied lock picking at one point in time because that time when I thought I was going to be, like a cat burglar. But so I can do it. I think I can do it.
Or we could just break it. I mean, we can put it back together afterward. I mean,
No, it's
can't
so
break
cool
it.
looking.
Yeah. I mean, we could just smash it. I mean, then we could see the inside and.
don't
we could
smash
smash
it.
If we
Oh, okay.
can't figure it out, Chet can't figure it out. So we can put all of our cool stuff in here, and then Chet can't get it. Unless he breaks it. But if we
That's
break it
true.
and put it back together, it'd be easy for him to break. So we don't want to break it.
Oh, you guys are so annoying. Give me the box.
I give
Okay.
the box to Glenn.
Wait, but okay.
Use your pick box.
So I'm a little overconfident here. My thievery is a 4.
All right.
Better than mine.
Let's get a D4 and a D6
So-
roll for that thievery roll from Glenn, and a -1 for being in the
I
center.
might.
However, I have the reliable
Oh, you do.
edge.
You want to tell me about doing some support on that? Is that going to happen? So hold off on that dice roll just yet. Sorry to speed you along. Let's actually but let's hear from Larry first. Larry, tell me about being reliable.
Yes. The reliable edge says a free reroll when making support rolls.
So are
whenever
you
I
going
help
to be
somebody
supporting?
else do something, I get to roll again if I'm not successful.
Are you going to be supporting Glenn's attempt to pick the lock here? Is that what
Sure.
I'm getting?
Because I still think that she's just a goofy little girl and she can't get into that thing with her safe picking, lock picking, safe cracking skills she thinks she has.
All right. And what skill or attribute do you think you're going to use to try and help out?
Intimidation, no. Let's see. Well, strength. Because if
Strength?
it's yeah.
Yeah, that's doable.
All right, cool.
What do you have for a strength attribute, Dad?
6.
All right, if we can get
'Cause I'm
a
a big
D6
kid.
and a D6 from Big Larry Walker, and he can re-roll this if he doesn't like. A 4 is a success. Up to you if you want to re-roll it.
4 sounds good to me.
All right. So now when we get that thievery roll from Glenn, you get a +1 bonus to this. That's going to cancel out being in the center and getting the -1. So you get both the D4 and D6 straight roll to try and pick the lock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the 6
Hey.
aces.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And with a 10, that's going to be a success with a raise. And astounding all of you for the second time today, Glenn
told
picks
you.
a lock.
Told you.
Jeez, Glenn, you
I
need my help.
Told
I
you.
trusted you,
I
Glenn.
told you. Thank you.
What's this chick been doing? Jeez.
And inside of this box is a very old and worn, rolled up piece of paper or parchment or something. You don't know. It's like it's not like a poster. I mean, it's rolled up like the posters you win at the amusement pier when it was open, but it's like this old, crumbly, yellowed paper.
Hand it to Gabe.
Oh. It looks like a map. It looks like a map inside of a book, like the one that's inside of The Hobbit, maybe, or maybe like one of the other ones, like Treasure Island, or it looks like, and it's anyway, never mind. Sorry, Gabe.
It is an old, tattered-looking map. It's definitely a map of some place called Morganville. Does any of you have a common knowledge skill on your avatar sheet?
4.
Avatar sheets. Nope.
All right, I'll take that D4 and D6 from Glenn again to see if they recognize the name Morganville.
It might be worth spending a penny on this one.
It just might, depending upon how the dice come up. A 5 to the -1 is a 4, which is still a success. You remember from some research you were doing months and months ago that Gulf Haven used to be called Morganville back in the 1700s.
Okay, so guys, I was reading this book.
Okay.
And this used to be called, we used to be called Morganville way back in the day. Actually, there were a lot of things that happened. There was something that happened with like where the town lines were drawn and they got moved later, which was kind of interesting. But sorry, to the point, it was Morganville. We used to be called Morganville. So this is a map of us, I think, probably.
Who is Morgan?
Oh, okay.
It's hand drawn, and none of the landmarks or the geography really matches up with what you know, but it's certainly the area around Gulf Haven. You've all seen some of the maps of this area before, and there's an X next to a skull and crossbones marked on the map out in a swampy area on this map, and written next to it with a question mark is Red Belly's Gold. And all of you, of course, have heard of the legends of the notorious pirate Red Belly, who plied the seas here, attacking and pillaging sea traffic and showing no mercy to any ship that he caught out there. It's said by some folks that, you know, he never was, and it's just a myth. And other people say that, yeah, it's true. And some of the old timers, they swear that on nights of the full moon, you can still hear his crew wailing ghostly shanties out in the bayou.
That is so cool!
This is the map, man.
That's so cool.
We gotta.
Red Belly, mean and smelly. Okay, sorry, yes.
Whoa.
We gotta
Everybody said
find
the
this.
thing was a fake. We found it.
When can we
Well, I mean, it might still be a fake. What if somebody ripped it out of a library book? That would be awful.
You know what this means, guys? That means that the amusement park janitor is a pirate.
I knew
It all
he
makes
was.
sense.
Does it? A
No.
pirate? No, but if he had gold, he wouldn't be a janitor at an amusement park, right? He would own the amusement park.
I mean,
No,
what
dummy,
would
it's
be
a
a better
cover.
cover than
See?
being custodial staff, right?
What
I
if
mean-
he's a ghost?
Oh my gosh, it's literally not possible to be so cool that you are a carny and a pirate at the same time.
I know, right?
Wait, is that a viable job? Could I do that? Could I be a carny and a pirate at the same time?
If you find
I mean,
the
if anyone
time,
could.
you can.
Glenn, you are a carny.
Oh.
What?
Well, she's
Yeah,
weird.
I mean, I don't.
She's a
I'm
force
not.
user.
I'm not that weird. I'm not that
No,
weird.
no, you're multi-talented.
Weird is cool.
You're
Thank you.
all right, Glenn.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Larry, stop being a dickweed.
Sorry, Glenn.
It's okay. You're my friend, so I know that you don't mean it to be mean.
When can we
Well, look.
go pirate treasure?
That's what I'm saying. We gotta go find this thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, this is the biggest thing to happen in this town since forever.
So we're going to need more maps to kind of triangulate and like corroborate,
Wow.
compare the land masses, see where this might actually
Oh,
be.
yeah. No, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
They have maps in the library?
Yeah, I mean, when in doubt, you go to the library. That's what.
Yeah.
Nobody
I always
says
say.
that.
Yeah.
Oh. You say that.
Indeed, it
Except
sounds like
I
a
don't-
great plan.
I don't know
But-
if I'm allowed in there right now. I've got a lot of fines.
I have like judo class in like half an hour though.
Yeah, but the street lights are going to be coming on soon, and it will be dark. And that library is already closed for the day. It seems that you'll have to pick this one up tomorrow. Responsibility
How-
calls.
Okay. Well, it's summer. I mean, we can just go right to it tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we
How-
don't. Yeah.
How are we going to keep this safe?
We lock it back in the chest.
we have to make sure that Chet and his boys
Yeah,
don't
but-
get it.
Chest's kind of conspicuous, though, right? I mean, even if it's hard to get into.
Well, Gabe, remember when we made this fort? We had that little compartment up in the rafters so nobody can get stuff.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I'll need your help getting it up there, of course. But yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, looks like, Gabe, guys, we've got ourselves another item from the store got purchased there that we didn't get the voiceover for, so I'm going to read it out for us. Hashtag fourth wall. I mean, I think the janitor is more likely a
Hashtag fourth
vampire.
wall. I
Oh,
mean, I think the janitor is more likely a vampire
there it
because
goes.
this map is from the 1700s. Or maybe dare a vampire pirate a vampirate, if you will. Anyway, let's hear from Gabe.
Oh, that seems like we're going to get ourselves a reliable source in the form of Gabe.
The vampire.
Vampirate. I'd watch that movie.
Yeah.
Huh. So there's a couple of interesting things about this day. For one, I feel like I've got a lot of extra knowledge and experience that I don't quite know where it's coming from. Probably study that later. Also, treasure map, that's kind of wild. And I feel compelled to take a look and find it because I think it's significant somehow. I wouldn't be here otherwise if it wasn't necessary for me to go and find that treasure because, oh man, we could find it and then we could spend it. I mean, or we could use it for good things, and we could also use that in some way of connecting it to the Calvan. Yeah, that. Okay, one thing's for sure: we have to find the treasure, we have to guard it, and I mean, I have to make sure my friends are safe. But I mean, I think we should be able to pull this off. I mean, we're very competent people, and I mean, they seem like they have a strong bond. We have a strong bond as well. So I'm really not worried about anything. I think this is going to be a great adventure.
And that, my friends, was a reliable source. Oh,
Terrifying.
oh, beautiful.
I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do that when you're in the middle, but
That was perfect.
yeah.
Well, it seems that everyone, of course, has to either go home, go to judo class, go to dinner for their whatever nightly activities as the Monster Hunter Club separates. none of them sleeping easy, knowing that in their hands is a map to pirate treasure. Maybe. And if nothing else, finding and proving about the treasure, the lost ship of Red Belly the Pirate, well, then people would have to recognize the Monster Hunters Club. I mean, they'd have to see them for the great investigators and seekers of truth that they are.
Well, it's like the time that we were investigating the stolen mail because there were people that were stealing stuff out of the mailbox, and we thought maybe that it was like attached to like the person who was throwing rocks at the cat, but it turned out not to be either of those things, and just that somebody like hit the mailbox with the bat. But you know, it anyway. It would be nice if people could see us and how cool we are, because we are pretty cool. I mean, we did solve the one other thing. Anyway, okay, sorry. I'm done.
Okay, Glenn. Cool. Look, guys, this is our big chance. I mean, if we solve this, number one, we'll be totally super rich. We can get like a ColecoVision and like the Atari 5200 and like all the systems, and that would be really, really awesome. Then, of course, everybody will like have a big parade for us. We'll be cool, and all people in school know how cool we are. And then, like, all of our parents will finally start, you know, making us come home as soon as the streetlights come on. I mean, we'll be like big in this town. Like the biggest thing to happen in this town if we can find this treasure.
I'm gonna buy a gold bike.
Well, what?
Whoa.
A gold bike?
Dude,
a
you
gold
should
bike?
get a
That would be
gold
really
bike.
heavy.
That would be so
Gold is
cool.
actually really heavy, and it doesn't have a lot of structural integrity. So, like,
I'm a good
you know,
biker,
I don't
that's
think like
fine.
a gold painted bike would be good, but like a solid gold bike
Solid gold
probably
bike.
wouldn't be that good, because then it would be really difficult then to ride it. How would
Okay,
you
Glenn,
ride it
so we'll
though?
paint it gold.
No,
the
no,
point
solid
is,
gold.
we've got to solve
Okay.
this mystery.
That's
Right,
how
Gabe?
we
Okay,
hide the
okay.
gold.
Gabe,
Yeah.
Gabe,
Yeah,
Gabe, what would you do with your part? What would you do with your part if we find the treasure?
I mean, if we got treasure, I think I'd probably build like a lot of robots. It's kind of hard to, yeah, robots. That's my first idea. Maybe
Ooh, a judo robot. That would be cool.
A
Yeah.
gold
Then it could
judo
shoot
Judo
at
robot.
Flores.
robot.
also
Well, you
if I could
build
build
it
a
and I teach
lightsaber for real. I mean, that's really the first thing that I could do. I think with enough resources, nothing's really stopping me. But you know, funds, right? So
Basically
Ooh,
the dream.
a-
Yeah.
a
Okay.
break
So
that's the dream, right?
judo
definitely
robot. A breakdancing judo
that
robot
would be
awesome.
so cool.
Like I learned how to backspin last week. It was pretty fresh.
That's so cool. Wow. I robots and lightsabers and gold bikes, and I just, that's so cool. That's so
Gabe?
cool.
Gabe, can you
Yeah.
put like a
Yeah?
lightsaber on my gold bike? So it can
yeah,
be jousting?
okay. 2 lightsabers on the handles.
Yes! Oh, and then I could lean back and do
Yeah.
a spin? Oh!
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, could you put a twin ion engine on my bike? Could you do that? Could you
Yeah,
turn
yeah,
my
yeah,
bike into a TIE fighter? We go.
Yeah, no, that's a Chewie sound. Yeah.
Star
Oh my
Wars isn't
goodness.
even that cool.
There's only one person who can be making Chewie sounds.
But guys, with enough money, I mean, and all your help, I think we could build the Falcon, right? I mean, why half-ass
We
it?
could
we
build
could just build the Falcon. Yeah.
Dude, Gabe, could you?
I mean, yeah, I can do anything, right? I mean,
Like-
it's just, you know, I just need money.
I believe
and
you
parts
can
and
do
stuff.
anything.
Yeah. I mean, we can do anything.
We can do it.
Well, shouldn't we figure out
And
this
and
map
I'm a good
first, though?
assistant. I'm a really good assistant. I know a lot of things.
I can drive
Oh
it.
yeah.
Trust
Okay.
me. I got
Oh
it.
yeah,
Well,
no.
first,
Yeah,
Gabe,
no,
you gotta
you'd be a
figure out
great
the map,
pilot.
man.
Your
Oh,
hand,
Gabe?
right? Yeah.
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 Well, I gotta get home,
Yep.
guys. Mom's making meatloaf, and if I don't get home, she's gonna be really upset. So,
Okay.
what time should we meet at the library tomorrow?
9?
Well, okay. So, depending on, yeah, 9 is good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just,
I mean,
you know, I have to avoid Mrs. Johnson because she doesn't like me because I keep losing books. So, yeah.
Gabe, you're
I mean,
a nerd.
we
What
could-
time does the library open?
I mean, I think it actually opens at 10 during the summer, but I mean, we should probably get there early, right? And as far as avoiding,
I mean-
yeah, we could give you a disguise.
You could give me a disguise? What kind of
we
disguise?
could
How would you
disguise
disguise me?
Maybe like glasses and like a fake nose and like a Groucho Marx kind of thing. I think that those always work. I mean, that's a classic, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
It would look
ooh.
so silly with a mustache.
Yeah, I mean,
If you,
What?
I think it would
Gabe,
work.
when your dad's overcoats, right? And then she can get on my shoulders and, she's talking in a low voice like this and say, "Hi, Mrs. And people
Wait,
totally think she's like
classic
a
two
man.
kids in a trench coat?
I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
It works all the time. 'Cause adults are
Mrs.
dumb.
Johnson, I'm here to check out a map.
I'm here
I think it's
to
gonna work. I
return
think it's gonna work.
some videotapes. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
Gabe.
I think it'll
This
work.
is
Wow, your
foolproof.
voice got really low.
That's true.
Did it? Oh, that's weird.
Dude, puberty.
Yeah.
Cool.
On a break.
Hey, that's a honestly very personal subject to be bringing up. It's
Why
wow.
do I feel like you have quartz growing out of you somewhere?
Deja vu.
That's
What-
weird.
What does that even mean? I mean, that's huh.
Personal.
I
Oh my gosh,
honestly,
I should join a rock hunters club.
I honestly thought I'd be able to escape this conversation when we got here, but I
Why are you
I-
two acting weird all of a sudden? Like weirder than
Here
usual.
we are.
yeah. But here we are, and there's something about being in a high metabolic sort of a body that really kind of accentuates certain sensations physically. I'm sorry, bio class last school kind of a lot of the terminology kind of got stuck in my head, and
Anyway, we're talking
yeah.
about the library, right?
yeah.
10 o'clock?
So 9. Yeah. I mean, I've
Yeah,
got some chores to
I
do.
can do.
but
I can do 9. I think.
yeah.
And so 9 it is. And a night is spent away from each other, eagerly anticipating the adventures to come. And for some of you, the strange experiences of being in this particular dimension as 11-year-olds with parents and bedtimes. Kind of strange. And it's the 1980s, so things are really strange. But morning is
Are we having
soon
meatloaf?
there, and you find yourselves at the Gulf Haven Public Library. Just a little bit before they're going to open up. It is a beautiful morning in July.
It's a beautiful morning. No.
It's a beautiful morning in July.
Guys, I just learned a thing earlier today that you shouldn't brush your teeth and then drink orange juice because it tastes really bad. Please
Gross,
ask me how I
yeah.
know this.
Like we all know that.
Well, I hadn't tried it before, and now I've tried it, and now I know. So, you don't just trust things that people tell you, right? You have to learn them.
I mean, it always
Yeah.
sounded fake to me, so good on you.
Well, I have put in the scientific work, and I have discovered it is true. It is bad. It is gross. Don't do it. I mean, unless you also want to learn firsthand, which I highly suggest.
Well, I think it would be scientifically rigorous for me to also perform a test myself. So I think I'll do that next morning. Yeah, that's a good idea. Then compare notes.
Okay, cool.
and-
Wait,
Did you take notes?
Oh, and
Well,
then you have to
I mean,
quantify
if-
the amount of orange juice and the amount of toothpaste, and there's so many variables.
Jeez, guys.
I always use a lot of toothpaste because my mom tells me that I'm gonna have a lot of cavities because I have chalk for teeth. So
And nerd news flash, Bubble Yum is better than Bazooka Joe. Can we get in the library already,
Yeah.
please?
You're wrong.
We got treasure to find, guys.
Oh yeah, treasure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
wait, Gabe, you brought the map, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay. I was worried.
Yeah, no, I got it right here.
You enter the public library right as the doors open. Thankfully, Mrs. Johnson is not in today, or at least not in yet. And Larry and Chuck both get kind of looked at funny as they come in, but Gabe and Glenn have been into the library during the summer at opening several times already, so it's not strange to see either of them here. Chuck and Larry not so often visiting the local public library, but nonetheless, it is the public library, and it is sort of a center of many fun things in Gulf Haven. They do movie nights here, activities for the kids during the summer, reading groups. There's even a theater group that does plays sometimes. But this early in the morning, it's just the four of you and a librarian.
We got to do the trench coat thing though. We didn't. Did anyone bring the trench coat?
Okay.
We're already in.
I gotta hear. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If you're serious, hold on.
Good morning.
I'm trying. Like, how do adults go to a library?
I want a book on taxes.
Okay. I'm going to be the base just because I'm the least equipped to do that. So I'm swaying a bit.
Yeah. Okay.
You sway through
I'd
the
be
front
very
door.
interested in knowing some more about town history because it is my civic duty to know.
He said duty.
Shut up! Duty, you're a duty.
We all have duty.
Guys.
There's the local history section is over there. There's also some periodicals you could look at.
Thank you,
yeah.
Mr. Johnson.
I'm going to walk in the wrong direction.
No, Dad, the other way. Dad, that's right. Dad. He's going the wrong way. He's just going that way. Okay.
No, to the left.
Okay.
Watch out for the shelf.
Oh my God!
You're really heavy. Okay.
I'm not that heavy.
A lot weaker than I'm used to being.
I can see everything up here. Oh my gosh. Guys, there are dead bugs on top of the shelves. Those
Wait,
are
what kind of
tasty.
bugs?
What? Ew.
Are we anywhere? Are we anywhere near it?
You are right near the
no.
shelf that the librarian indicated.
Okay.
Okay, I really like being this tall though. Can we I like your no, you should put me down.
This feels kind of familiar. Yeah.
I guess.
Yep.
Wait. There's a book all the way up here. I'm gonna grab one just because.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's a heavy one.
Yeah.
Not too many
Highest book
books
on
over
shelf.
here.
I'm going to not drop it on top of Gabe's head.
Not too many books over here in the local history section. I am going to need someone to conduct the research to decipher some of this information and try and match it up with the map that you have. Does anybody want to use some? Oh, somebody has a research skill. That will help. Does anybody else have research or academics, maybe?
I've got a 4 in academics.
I also have a 4 in academics, which is surprising to me because I've never been that good in school. But I do have a good notice. I do notice things. I notice a lot of things. I'm just good at those things.
I can
I can-
assist.
You can assist?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
And what about you,
You're
Chuck?
the weirdest research assistant I've ever seen.
I'm gonna take a breather.
This is what we call the library. Sorry. I don't know, that's mean. I shouldn't be mean. It just.
Wait.
Never mind. Okay.
I don't get
All
it.
right. It's weird. It's like you're not. It's like, never mind. It's not. No, you're always in the library. You're always in the library. The point is, they're never in the library. I was gonna take them on a tour or something, yeah. Because this is the paradigm where you and I are cool and in the know, as opposed to every time when we're out in the real world and they're in the know. So it just is really cool.
Welcome to the library. Yeah. Come on in.
Yeah, this is where the cool kids hang out. Yeah.
well, you guys are doing
Because
research.
knowledge is awesome.
What if I go talk to the librarian?
Okay, sorry.
What was that, Chuck?
Well, maybe I'll go chat up the librarian. She might know a thing or two.
Oh, there you go. Okay, well, let's start with Chuck, and we'll make our way through, and everyone can tell me how they're either assisting with this research or doing their own part in conducting this research. So tell me about this a little bit, Chuck/Vector. What do you got in
Chuck
mind?
is clearly too embarrassed to be seen in the library, and
saw
so
him
that's
through
his
a-
whole thing.
Put a shoulder on, go. There's a couple of things in this library I might want to check out, but you're the only one that I want on my card. If you could
You're 11,
Find a-
dork,
couple books,
but you're in
I'd
center.
be much obliged.
My God. I have
What do you-
chills running up my
Oh
spine.
man.
What do you have for persuasion?
I've got a D6.
All right. I'll take a D6 and a D6 at -1 as Vector reigns in the body of Chuck Kenny.
I get a free reroll on that because I am charismatic.
Oh, and gets a free reroll on that. Give me a free reroll on that from Vector Range / Chuck Kenny. The 6 to 8
Oh,
assists
no. No.
and becomes a 7.
Oh,
That's
man.
a success. And the librarian smiles at you. Oh, aren't you just adorable? You are just going to be a little lady killer, aren't you? Just so handsome, and tussles your hair.
Yeah.
That's going to count as a success from Chuck for the dramatic task of solving this map mystery. Let's find out how Larry Walker's contributing to this mess.
Oh, easy. Well, I have smarts 6 because I'm not just the muscle of this outfit. I'm kind of smart myself.
Yes,
And
you
like I
are.
said, I have reliable.
So you're
which,
going to support someone instead of making an independent role. That's not a bad idea.
I can totally support this whole operation.
All right.
I want to
give
find
me-
some gold, man. Come on.
All right, I'll take a D6 and a D6 from Larry doing some support action. Who are you going to support? Gabe or Glenn?
Well, Gabe's my little homie, so I'm always gonna support Glenn or Gabe. What are you guys doing? Who's doing what? I'll figure out who I'm going to support.
That's a good
Yeah.
question. Which skills are you guys going to be
Oh.
using so you can determine who he's supporting?
So I'm gonna be.
What is your research?
My research? I just remembered that I'm in the middle, so I can. Paul has a research of 10, and academics
Oh,
at
yeah.
12. But I think what I want to do is more research oriented anyway, so that probably be a more apt role.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Yeah.
You should do that then.
So,
Yeah.
so Gabe's going to research, and how are you going to contribute, Glenn?
to need my help then.
If that
Um,
takes
there's
away
like a
you
little
doing
voice-
research, then I'll
No,
gladly take
my-
that +2 on academics. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, my research is only a 4, so But my notice is good. I can notice things. So I don't, I maybe if you are on academics and you're looking at the thing, I'm going to be staring out of the window at the town to see if anything that you talk about is ringing a bell.
All right, so we're going to be getting
While you
a
are researching
notice
this thing.
from Glenn and either a research or academics from Gabe. Who are you going to support there, Larry?
Which notice, Glenn?
My notice is an 8 plus 2. No, sorry, a 6 plus 2.
Okay.
As opposed to, yeah.
Then fine, I'll help you because you know.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, of course,
Because
what you're
unlike some
attempting-
people, I'm actually cute.
That's a success of the race, so you're going to give Glenn a +2 bonus. However, Glenn, because you're attempting to do a focused task, that ADHD of yours does kick in. And before you do a notice check, I'm going to need a spirit roll from you to see if you can actually stay on task or if you get distracted and start doing something else when you should be keeping an eye out.
So I'll keep her on task.
Now,
That's what I'll do.
I am in the middle, and Hedgehog's spirit is a 12, so...
You can still use that D12, so I'll take the D12 and the D6. And Larry said he's supporting that spirit roll, keeping you on task. So that's still going to bump that one up to a 5. -1 makes a 4. What? A 4 is just enough for a success because Larry keeps you on task and stops you from being distracted. You are going to get to be able to make that notice roll. You're not going to be distracted by your ADHD, thanks to Larry Walker coming in and keeping you on task. And you said your notice was a D6 +2?
Yes.
All right, we're going to take that D6 +2 notice from our Glenn to determine how much of a success you had. And of course, the D6 wild die. Sorry, I mean to throw that in too. Got to roll both. Hopefully it's better than a 1. A 5, that makes it a 7. That's going to be another success. So we've gotten a couple of successes there. And then for our final contribution on this research product, what are we going with, academics or research there, Gabe?
I'm going to be going with academics.
All right. Which is a D...
That's a D10 plus 10. And, you know,
plus 2, you mean?
Plus D10 plus 10.
Yes.
Plus 2.
All right, D10 plus 2 and -1 because you're in the middle. So it's going to be a D10 plus 1 and the D6 wild die. And we've got ourselves an 8 busts up to a 9, which is a success with a raise. The 4 of you spend hours in the library.
I'm just going through like absurdly fast through all the pages.
The 4 of you spent hours in the library, going through books, shelves, comparing periodicals and maps, each of you contributing in your own way. The librarian going out of her way to help Chuck personally find the right books and maps. Larry keeping Glenn on task. Glenn collating all of the information provided by both Chuck and Gabe delving into the heavy research and all of the different writing. And the late afternoon is almost upon you when you finally, map by map, side by side, lock down that you are 100% certain you know exactly where this X is. It's not too far from the bayou near Dead Man's Cove.
Oh my gosh.
Dead Man's Cove.
That sounds
Guys,
awesome.
like I feel like maybe like if we had just looked at a map and seen Dead Man's Cove, we probably could have just kind of figured out that that's probably where pirates would have been. Like, what if it had been next to something super mundane, like, I don't know, Meadow Bridge Lane, or like Laurel Hills, or
You know?
the Baskin Robin. Can we get ice cream? I love ice cream.
Yes.
We should get some ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream wouldn't be a bad idea. Now, of course, you're going to have to find a way to get away from your parents long enough to get out there by Dead Man's Cove in the bayou, which means it'll have to be an overnight trip. And that means you're going to have to convince your parents that, well, you're somewhere else. And of course, you're going to need supplies, like candy and flashlights and soda and maybe a grappling hook. That would be really cool, huh?
And rope.
Gotta have a grappling hook.
Lots of rope.
But this late in the afternoon, it looks like you're still going to be in the planning stages to maybe spend tonight getting some of those supplies together and figuring out how you're going to convince your parents that you're staying somewhere else tomorrow night so that you don't get grounded for being gone from home overnight. That's going to be a bridge you're going to need to cross. But unfortunately for you, worse still, as you step out of the library to go and grab yourself some ice cream, danger is waiting for you. Angered over your escape yesterday, Chet Paxton waits outside. They must have spotted your bikes outside the library. And there he is, waiting. And this time, there's nowhere to run. If you get into trouble for fighting, you'll be grounded and you'll never get to find out about the secret treasure on this map. But maybe, just maybe, there's another way out of this situation. I mean, everyone knows the best way to deal with a bully is to embarrass them. And nothing embarrasses a teenage boy more than his mom. And Chet Paxton's mom, Barbara, just happens to be across the street leaving Pampered Pam's beauty salon from her weekly hair appointment. And wow, that hair is big. It's now or never.
I want to yell out really
Going
loud.
to run.
I want to yell. at the
Oh,
top
what are
of
you
my
gonna do?
lungs.
Yep.
Chet, isn't it true that your mom said you wet the bed until you were 13?
Oh,
We're gonna
I will
die.
take one of those persuasion rolls from you. What's that
Can I
going to
make
be
a
at?
taunt roll instead?
Yes, you could make a taunt roll.
Oh, yeah.
And then I go and say, we don't need rumors. His mom's right over there.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
And I wave frankly, hi, Chet's mom.
Yeah.
I have a D8 for a taunt.
Is anyone else going to be participating at all?
Yeah, I'm not gonna really get what the point of this is and yell out. It's not that uncommon at that age, actually. But it's. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I mean, good
And I elbow
on
him in the
you.
ribs real sharply.
Yeah. Inadvertently being supportive being even worse. Yeah.
It happens to everyone occasionally.
It happens to everybody.
Sometimes movies are scary.
Oh, that is fantastic.
I am going to, since Chet is definitely going to beat all of our asses, I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to run across the street and say, hello, Mrs. Paxton. Hi, it's so nice to see you. Oh my gosh, your hair looks really, really nice. How do you get your hair to do that? I always wish that I could be this pretty. I just endear myself the hell over to his mom by being girly, I guess. Because Chet could never beat a girl's ass in front of his mom.
All right, let's see how this all goes down. We're going to start with Chuck's taunt attempt up there in the corner and make our way through as everyone is participating. So what do you got for a taunt up there, Chuck?
I got a D8.
All right, a D8 and a D6 wild die at a -1 for being in the center. We're still going to get a 5, which is a basic success so far. Hanging on to that 5. Larry was leaning into this with his wonderful comment. How are you supporting this insult going out there? What skill might you use?
Well, I guess smarts, or persuasion smarts, I guess.
Okay.
Because you have to be smart to know how to get under somebody's skin, right? So.
All right, I'll take a D6 and a D6 from Larry, throwing his support in on the insult. A 4 is enough for a success, so we are up to a 6 so far. And then Gabe's inadvertent attempt to make it okay, and something that just happens to everybody. How exactly are we going about it? What skill are we using to apply to that?
I think Paul's biological knowledge, that might be healing.
All right, I will take it. What do you have?
That's a 10. Yeah.
All right, a D10 and a D6 with the -1 for being in the center. A 4 is still a success. We are now up to a 7. And here we go to Glenn for the clincher move. Moving in and getting Barbara's attention, playing up the girl card. How are you going to do that?
Well, Hedgehog has 10 in persuasion, which admittedly will probably be needed to persuade Glenn to actually go along with this plan. But yeah, my plan is to roll persuasion to persuade.
Yes.
To persuade Barbara that I do in fact really like her hair and would love for her to teach me all about makeup.
Lovely. And so that's a D10 and a D6 -1 because you're in the center, but it's still a D10 and a D6. And that 10 aces.
Ooh.
No.
Wow. And
No,
with
no.
a 17.
She's gonna make us all
-1,
cookies.
Yeah.
You are getting 4 successes, and that bringing us up to a total of 5 successes. And this comes across flawlessly. Not only do you get her attention, you get her attention just perfectly at just the right time. She's looking over as all these other bullies with Chet are looking over as this wetting the bed comment comes out, backed up by Larry and Gabe. It equals this perfect storm. And in moments, no longer fixated on you. Well, Chet Paxton is still very much fixated on the 3 of you boys still in front of the library. But he is turning beet red as his bully compatriots around him, 2 of them who still have marks of blue in their hair and a little bit on their sides of their head, begin to incessantly rib him and crack jokes about his wetting the bed, getting to call him names, call him bedwetter, ask him if he needs some Huggies or some Depends.
And Chuck and I start going, wet Chet, wet Chet, wet Chet, wet Chet.
Oh no.
Wet Chet. And they begin chanting together. And he hops on his bike, red in the face with anger, and begins to ride off. They're laughing and falling off their bikes, pointing at him. You know that you have made an enemy for life out of Chet Paxton. It is going to be a long summer. Nicely done, heroes. Of course, now you have to find a way to convince those parents of yours and come up with supplies for your trip.
So,
well,
I don't know if this is going to work because my mom knows that I don't have any girlfriends and she's not going to let me do a sleepover at a boy's house.
ooh.
Oh, yeah. I hadn't thought about that.
What if
Wait. No, go.
I don't know. I say we all say we're staying at the treehouse.
Same problem though. Wait. No. Wait, does anybody have forgery? I might have forgery. I should check forgery. What if like we forged an invitation to like astronomy club.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, an
Astronomy
overnight
club, guys.
Yeah.
or maybe a lock in the planetarium.
No, because then we'd actually have to be locked in a
Yeah.
planetarium.
Oh.
No, Dork, we just tell them that.
Yeah,
Okay.
but what if they check with the planetarium?
Yeah, what if we just say we're going to overnight camp out to look at, I don't know, stars and meteors? And Gabe, what's the next thing that's going to happen in the sky at night?
Well, I think the blood moon is coming up pretty soon. Yeah, that's
tomorrow?
Oh my
something that we
gosh.
could be observing.
Blood moon at Dead Man's Gulch.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be pretty rad, you know, if it times out. But yeah, I think if we just get if you can forge the signature of one of the teachers, the astronomy teacher, and we don't really need to back it up with too much more beyond that. We just need to get the supplies and all successfully lie to our parents about going to an overnight astronomy thing. I mean, it seems like there's absolutely no way this could go wrong, right?
This
No, totally.
foolproof.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, you got that new dot matrix printer, so you can make permission slips, and then, well, Glenn, you girls have good handwriting, right?
Well, I mean, technically, Glenn's not a girl. I mean, it's 1985.
Yeah,
I mean, this
and
is pretty,
also my handwriting is not great. I bet if I read a book maybe about forgery, I could probably maybe manage that. Or wait, do we have a light box? Because if you have a signature in a light box, then I can definitely copy from one permission slip and just follow the lines. I can do that. I did study art. There was a season that I did study art. That was super fun. I could probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I could
Then
make a
you'll
light
take
box.
care of the signatures. Gabe's got the permission slips, but we still need supplies, though.
I could go talk to, God, I can't remember his name. The guy who owns the local corner store. I could go talk to him, and I could get some snacks for my mom, and they'll just put it on the bill.
Wait.
right?
Mrs. Johnson liked you a whole lot. Maybe you could get her to get
Ooh,
us.
Chuck and Mrs. Johnson.
Shut up, guys. It's not like that.
Chuck
We just
and
needed-
Mrs. Johnson
we needed
sitting
help.
in a tree.
Shut-
Okay.
Hey guys,
wait,
this is Chuck and Mrs. Johnson.
Wait, if Gabe puts on the permission,
Chuck.
Hey, it's gross.
Jerks.
Yeah, Chuck, you do have a point. Your mom doesn't have an account at Frank's Wonder Market.
So I could just go put it on mom's account.
That'd get you sodas and chips and the like, sure. But if you need, any real supplies, I mean, there's not too many places. I mean, there's Floyd Toastmaster. He owns Floyd's Bait and Tackle in that surplus store in town. And he's kind of weird, that old Vietnam vet guy, just really strange. But he's always been really nice to you guys, especially to Larry. I mean, he did go to Vietnam with Larry's uncle.
Sounds like a job for you, Larry.
We should check that
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
we should totally
we're
go
gonna
talk to
want-
him.
If you just
Yeah, we're
get
gonna
him
want
to talk-
traversal equipment.
What?
We're gonna need traversal equipment and like ropes and
He can totally get that kind
survival
of stuff
gear.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. See, all we have to do is ask him stories about Nam, and he just starts talking, and then he starts looking way off in the distance sometimes, and then sometimes you can just walk away. But we won't walk away. We'll totally ask him to help us do some survival stuff, and then he'll be totally into helping us out.
Okay, so I got snacks.
Okay.
You got survival. Gabe's got permission slips. Glenn's
And I
stuff
got
in-
forgery.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
let's see how this all goes down. We'll start with you, Chuck, up there trying to get the supplies on your mom's account. How you going to pull that off?
I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Mister, name I forgot already. I'm here
It's-
for my mom because we're gonna have a sleepover, and so we're getting snacks. So she sent me to pick them up.
Oh, that's great, Chuck. You just grab it and bring it up to the counter, and I'll ring you up and put it on the account.
Sweet.
I'm going to need a persuasion roll from you.
That will be a D6.
All right, a D6 and a D6. As you bring up bag after bag of chips and candy and sodas. And somehow, through it all, he doesn't bat an eye as you leave with 3 grocery bags stuffed full of snacks.
Yes. I want beef jerky, and I want stupid double no, I want the gum that Larry hates.
Hubba Bubba?
Yeah.
Wait,
No,
wait,
he likes
Juicy
Hubba
Fruit?
Bubba.
Wait.
I get Bazooka Joe for the comics.
Bazooka Joe.
Bazooka
Yes.
Because they're hard and the flavor runs out real fast.
But they got comics, and that lasts in your heart
And they're
forever,
lame, though. The
Larry.
comics are so dumb.
You're
But
so
how else are
dumb.
you gonna strengthen your jaw if you're not drinking, eating? No, chewing hard gum. How are you
Also-
gonna do that? You should have a strong jaw, right? Because, like, my mom says that I need a
Yeah.
strong jaw because I'm always talking. So, but so
I do
I would
judo.
really like.
I
That's
get
not
thrown on the
relevant.
ground all the time.
Sure, but like, what if somebody kicks you in the face and you don't have a strong jaw? You're like, your jaw's gonna like shatter. I saw that in a movie once. It totally happened. It was crazy.
They call it
Oh,
Punch
yeah,
me in
yeah.
the jaw right now.
I'm gonna kick.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch him.
All right. All right. Okay. I'm gonna do it. You're not ready. You're not ready because I'm strong. I can do it. Yeah. I'm definitely going to cast havoc on his jaw.
Oh man.
I'm an 11-year-old kid. Why would you do that?
Talk shit, get
Because
hit.
you have two beings of chaos locked in the same body.
Okay, I'm going to need a spell casting roll from you. -1 because you're in the center.
I mean, it's a 12.
All right, give me a D12 and a D6 at a -1 for the spell casting.
Watch this
Oh,
explode.
that 6 aced.
Oh.
Yes, it did.
Oh!
And it aced again. So that's definitely going to be a success with the raise. So that means poor Larry's going to have to make a strength roll at -4 to try and not get knocked down by your havoc spell
Oh,
and
man.
launched backwards. That's pretty brutal. Larry, what do you got for strength at the least? And I believe you got something that makes you count as a strength die higher over on your edges, don't you?
Well, I got brawny,
All right, so what is your strength normally?
big for my age.
Yes.
So my strength normally is 6.
All right, so it counts as a D8 for this. So you get a D8 and the D6 wild die. But from the powerful
However-
spellcasting, you're at a -4.
However, I also have Iron Jaw.
Oh yes, you do, don't you?
Yes.
Oh
So
man.
I get
this-
a +2 to my soak and vigor rolls to avoid knockouts.
All right, so that is going to come in handy with a 7 there. At -4, drops down to a 3. So you are propelled backwards and into a nearby wall, launched far further than you've ever been thrown in judo class by anyone, and without even being actually physically touched. You're going to get to make that vigor roll, and you're going to get to use your Iron Jaw bonus to try and not get knocked out from it. So what is your vigor?
8.
All right, so a D8 and a D6 with a +2 bonus to see if Larry can keep his feet after being propelled. Oh, a success with a raise. You hit the wall and kind of just bounce off of it, climbing back up to your feet. Not even a bruise.
You doubt the force at your own peril, Larry.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm Luke
Just-
Skywalker.
Careful when you
Okay.
start the path of dark. Forever will it dominate your destiny. I mean,
When this is over, you're going to have to tell me
Oh.
why you keep getting weirder and weirder.
I didn't realize it was. I didn't think it was going to be a dark path. I just thought, because you're supposed to stand up for yourself. So I thought I would stand up for myself, and I'm glad that you're not hurt. That
You
was
stand up
really
for yourself
weird.
against Chet, not me. We're on the same squad.
I was just quoting the movie. I mean, that was sick as hell. I mean, yeah, that was pretty great.
Force.
Wow.
Awaken.
What if I actually got hurt? Didn't our whole adventure be over before it even started?
Yeah, but I mean, you're tough.
No.
I mean, you're fine. You wouldn't have
Yeah,
gotten
you're real
hurt.
tough.
You're fine.
What? Like you can't take getting knocked around?
And also,
Let's just get our stuff,
like,
all right?
what if the Force can also heal? Huh? Like, what if if I can blow you away, maybe I can also heal you.
Just keep your distance for now, okay?
Seems plausible.
All right, this forgery. What skill are you going to use to commit some forgery for these notes here?
Wait, who are you talking to?
Well, you're the one doing the actual forgery of the signature there, Glenn. So that's who I'm talking to for that part. How good the permission slips? Well, that's going to come down to Gabe here in a second.
I see. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I thought I did art. I thought I had an art skill, but it doesn't actually look like I have an art skill. But performance could potentially. I mean, I'm rolling a 4.
All right. I'll take a D4 and a D6. You're at a -1 for being in the center, unfortunately.
Unless I can roll stealth. Can I roll stealth?
No, that won't cover it. But if you wanted to, well, not only can you use a Benny to re-roll that, you could use one of your Bennies to move yourself in a direction and get rid of that -1 penalty.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh my gosh.
Which direction do you want to move?
More of one of these people.
Where are you going to move towards?
Oh, wait. I should have rolled on notice for forgery so that I could copy what they're doing. I'm going to roll toward Glenn.
All right, so you're going full avatar. Full avatar, and then a Benny spent to re-roll. We're going to get this one. It's going to be a D6 and a D6 this time.
Yeah.
Get the +2 bonus you have there for being Glenn, and that aced twice.
Ooh.
For
Nice.
a total of 17 on the rule. It is a
Dang.
perfect copy of the signature. And then we're going to find out from Gabe just how good these permission slip forms are.
I should go into forgery.
No, dark path.
Oh man. So.
But what if I use it for good?
Can be
That's
done.
not how it works.
So, despite what was potentially established earlier by Larry, I want to just from scratch build a little super old school printing press kind of thing, like how the original presses, just wooden blocks carved out, just stamping it by hand. I want to, just get really involved with it and just really carve out some really intricate, nice printing blocks and just make a bunch of these slips. Yeah.
And what skill are you going to use on either or of your sheets?
I'm going to be using Paul's Repair. 10
All
plus
right.
2. Yeah.
I'll take a D10 and a D6. The 6 aces. And we're going to get a total of 12 on that roll there.
Wow.
For being in the center, which is 2 raises on that success. Those permission slips are perfect. The lettering is perfect. The header looks exactly like the ones that you got from the letters sent home from school. You've crafted 4 perfect permission slips, and Glenn forged 4 perfect signatures. And around the time you have this done, you've got Chuck showing up with huge bags full of supplies. Now, we skipped over one. Larry went up to the Army surplus store to see Floyd Toastmaster and see what he could get his hands on. You want to tell us about that trip, Larry, and what you wanted to get?
Sure. So I stop in. I stop in to see him every once in a while because my dad said that I should, and so I go in and I say, "Hey, Sarge." I call him Sarge to kind of butter him up a little bit. You like being called Sarge, and
Yeah, little Larry.
hey. So yeah. I bet you know a lot about adventuring, huh? I mean, you've had your share.
I've had a few. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, have you ever been to a place that was totally foreign to you, and you had to find a location on a map to complete a mission?
Oh yeah, quite a few times. You know, back in Nam, well, we had to use land navigation a lot, and he just starts going on to this tirade as his eyes go further and further and from the distance, and he's not even paying attention to you at all anymore, Larry. What do you do?
Well, I scope around for some stuff.
There's some rope and some canteens and backpacks
and so I inventory the stuff that I need, but at the same time, I'm not a thief. Like, I'm not take a whole bunch of his stuff. Like, I might lift one object, but not like a whole 4 people worth of stuff, because I'm not like that.
Larry's not like that. No.
So I kind of take notice of the things I'm gonna need, and they say, huh? And I say, hey Sarge. So
sorry, Larry. I kind of got lost there for a minute.
You know, my dad says you're never too young to learn how to survive out in the wilderness.
He's right. He's right.
Huh? You don't think I'm too young, huh?
No. You're a strapping young lad. You can handle yourselves out in the wilderness. So, you thinking of doing some camping, Larry?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got some friends and stuff, but the problem is we don't have any really good gear. You know, I mean, we're only in 6th grade, and we don't make enough allowance to be able to buy anything really cool. And I'm telling the guys, you know, we should really practice. You know, you never know when an emergency comes up, and we need to be able to make it on our own. You know?
You're absolutely right, Larry. I'll tell you what. Let's get you a bag packed, and then you can show these friends of yours how to be a proper woodsman. What do you say?
Wow, Sarge, that's really cool. Thanks a lot.
You just bring it back when you're finished with it so I can put it back on the shelves and sell
it. And so I get a duffel bag and I start putting in stuff. E-tool and some rope, compass. Just all kinds of stuff that I see that I think I might need because I'm 11 and I don't really know, but this looks cool, so I'm going to take it.
And he guides you through and hands you extra things, and before long, you have this backpack that you're pretty sure you're the only one of the Monster Hunters Club who could even carry this thing.
Cool. All right, Sarge. Hey, I really appreciate it.
You have fun out there. Be safe. And then Larry shows up just as Chuck has finished offloading 3 full grocery bags of snacks, soda, candy, beef jerky, and gum. And to blow it all away, in the door comes Larry with the biggest backpack full of Army surplus and camping supplies, just loaded down and hanging down from the pack in all directions.
Score!
Oh my gosh,
we
that's
are
so cool.
The best monster hunting, mystery solving team in the entire state, for sure.
Take that, Scooby-Doo! You suck!
And it seems as though you have everything you need to set out on your adventure, which, of course, you know, we will find out more about next week on the next episode of The Reliables. As our heroes set out from Gulf Haven in 1985 to reach Dead Man's Cove. Who knows what will happen? I want to thank everyone for joining us here on The Reliables. Thank you guys for supporting us and for watching the show. I hope that you guys had a good time. I know that we did. Make sure you check out the Reliables on Twitter. You know, we have a Reliables Twitter. We even have a Reliables webpage. Did you know that? There's a Reliables webpage. Like, dedicated. I think it's going to pop up in chat any second now because they do these really cool things with commands.
That's live? Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's on there. And so we've got our show. We've got our own Twitter feed, so you can check out things in the Reliable. Several cast members have their own Twitter feeds. Vector Reigns and Princess Hedgehog have their very own Twitter accounts. You can check them out and follow them. So, you know, make sure to do that. Void Jumpers is on a break this week, but they have their season finale coming up next week. Zoe Game Night is on for this week, and you should definitely stop in on Thursday and check it out. And hey, you know, since you have Wednesday free without the Void Jumpers being on this week live, you could catch up on old episodes of the Reliables, maybe watch some Masters of the Metaverse to see what's happened before, or maybe, you know, just catch up on Void Jumpers if you're not quite there yet on their stream. Either way, it gives you an extra day to catch up on your Zoe material. So make sure to check that out. Check out our shows. Check out the Fantasy Network. And we will see you all here next week at the same time for a continuation of The Curse of Red Belly's Gold. Love you guys. Good night.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye now.